Anasalam ahin bole. To ay to say di ho hi ihet sao hi zong net. Adela banoi mi pi het thing a pau da nga hu ki say ding hi ta hi chun a hoi le te chana hu ki say ding hi. E ho chu zo le na say hi povin a hi chet I chung ba chu I tho kim ho ki say di wa hi ji chun e ho pa ba hu ki say ta tan tin ilung thim ba in ki ko ba I het so ke o hi ji a chu ban no ya the thang dinga video in sin na ba hin KSO president punjang asai tan a hi the ya le e ho hi bol thu them te hi lo hiang le tu khanga hi ikitin te pi ni email man ichana bolam tiang chu amona bol the ya le I wanang bol the ding he ti so be din ka hin tem no min aningan nui chewing gum sa hi jong le mipil in badwa kei thu sai kiu hi lowa kei thu chang man ho kiu hi lowa mipil nu te nu naw chapang hi za to na mai so wang chu lungsit na le pu na na ne de dinga yum de din avelin kan tim ki ne ki pa 8 February 2026. Whatever have happened in Litan Saraikol, the Kuki CSO leaders and the common Kuki public have always taken that unrest that goes in Litan Saraikol to be a simple scuffle and issue involving few drunk people. However, looking at the deteriorating scenarios in Litan areas, the arsoning of houses, the gunfire attacks, continuous provocation from the armed Tangkul village volunteers, the so-called Tangkul village volunteers. Even after all those series of provocation and incidents, we the Kukis have always hoped that peace will be restored by negotiation. Unfortunately, on the other community side, nobody was willing to negotiate, sit with the Kuki CSOs to negotiate for peace. No visible action was done to restore peace in Litan area from the part of Tangkul CSOs. However, the Kuki CSOs, spearheaded by Kuki student organization Ukrul, have given our 100%, our bestest effort to initiate negotiation with the Tangkul people, their CSO leaders. However, nobody turned up to negotiate for peace. Going and moving forward, on 13th February, after weeks of silence, the TNL somehow formed their peace working committee, with whom we had a negotiation. We agreed to work together to bring back the lost peace in Litan area. There were only 2 agreements made on that day. However, even those 2 agreements could not be implemented by the Tangkul CSOs. They could not convince their village volunteers. And now today, after weeks and after months of cooperating with the government agencies, our obedience, our cooperativeness, state bodies. Today we want to ask series of questions from the Tangkul CSOs. Were they aware of this development? Were they aware of this barbarism done by their village volunteers? Had they knew it from the beginning, that Litan Sarekong would never see the peace and harmony that it once had, that the cookies will be eliminated, will be provocated by the armed village volunteers. Had they given the green signal for their village volunteers to eliminate cookies, the minority cookies from Kamjong district and Ukhrul district. Being a CSOs, we have not seen any credible effort made by the Tangkhul CSOs, especially their apex body TNL. If the Kuki CSOs can manage and control their angry public, why not the Tangkhul CSOs? Every time we initiated peace talk, they have always answered us, our village volunteers are not willing. Every time we point out to the security forces and the district administration that the temporary agreement made on 13 February is not being implemented on the Tangkhul side. No bunkers were dismantled, no volunteers were disarmed. When we raise these questions, the same answer comes from the security forces and the government authorities that we are not able to convince the Tangkhul village volunteers. Now my question is the Ukhrul district governed by the Manipur state government agencies or by the Tangkhul armed village volunteers? Whereas on the other hand, the Kuki student organization Ukhrul and the Kuki INPI have done everything they could to control their people and also to initiate peace talk to restore peace and harmony in the area. However, today, unfortunately, we have been rewarded with 2 dead bodies, brutally murdered by the armed so-called Tangkhul village volunteers. Today I want to ask, who will take the responsibility of these 2 dead people, the death of 2 innocent Kuki villagers? Who will take the responsibility? Who will be accountable for these 2 deaths? Who will pay for their death? This is my question to the authorities in Ukhrul district as well as the state government and also the security forces who are being deployed. And as a whole, to the Indian government, with 2 dead bodies with us, to Modi ji, is this the Achhe Din that you have promised to the citizens of India, or is the Kuki citizens not included in the scope of Achhe Din for the Indians? Even after the agreement made on 13 February 2026 that free passage will be allowed in the national highway, we the Kukis have implemented that. We have abided by it. What about the Tangkhul population? What have they done? They banned the daily essentials and the foodstuffs being transported to Kuki villages at Bunghon. They did not allow any foodstuffs to get to the Kukis. Not only that, they were given free hand to even frisk the central security forces checking their Aadhaar card. The same thing was done for every civilian passengers, just to make sure that no Kukis are moving around freely using this highway. The Kukis were suppressed. Even today we are being suppressed. Nobody tried to mitigate our problem. Everyone looked away, looked the other way from the plight of the Kukis. We were not allowed to carry our foodstuffs, our daily essentials. They banned it, but they still call for free passage in the highway. is free passage. Only the rights for the Tangkul population. Don't we also deserve free passage in the highway? Why were our foodstuffs being banned by the Tangkul women? Not only foodstuffs, we are not even allowed, we cannot, even if we were allowed, we cannot travel to Imphal, we cannot travel to the district headquarters for our official work like documentations. Why is the government, especially the district agencies, the district administrative officers, turning blind eyes to the problems, the mounting problems of the cookies? Why are they turning blind eyes to whatever provocation that the Tangkuls have been doing in this area? From the other problems, livelihood matters for every community. The rice that should be distributed under NAFSA, National Food Security Act, to the below poverty people. This is not something new for 2026. It have always happened. Every year for 12 months that the common people are supposed to get government free rice under NAFSA. Sometimes they get only for 10 months, sometimes for 11 months. Especially in 2026, the Kuki population have not received rice under NAFSA. Why? Because those rice have been hijacked to feed the armed Tangkul village volunteers. The same village volunteers who are creating and causing unrest in the whole district, provocating the Kukis and murdering of our two innocent villagers, Mr. Thinkugin Baite and Thangboy Mang Lunkim, of any benefit from the government officers. The students are not able to go to district headquarters for their simple tribe certification, any document related work. We are neither able to avail any of the developmental schemes provided by the government. This is the reason why we are asking the whole Kuki villages in Ukhrul district and Kamsong to be merged to Kangpopi district for our safety, for a better development, and for, most importantly, for the right to live. Because if we continue being part of Ukhrul district and Kamsong, we will be head-hunted like our brothers Thinkugin Baite and Thangboy Mang Lunkim. Are we going to wait for that day to come when no single Kuki are available in Ukhrul district and Kamsong district? Even after all these miseries, discrimination, persecution, Asang Kasar, Mr. Asang Kasar, the self-styled social activist, he has the audacity to call the death of our innocent brothers fake. The mourning, the painful cry of their family members as a drama staged by the Kukis. How dare he? How can he accuse Thangboy Mang Lunkim to be illegal immigrant? Today, here itself, we will debunk Asang Kasar. I would like to request the wife of the deceased person, please, cameraman, please, pen this one here. This is the valid Aadhaar card of Mr. Tengkugin Baite, whom Asang Kasar called as illegal immigrant. We will make this Aadhaar card available. Asang Kasar can call whichever agency he likes to verify this Aadhaar card. And this is the so-called illegal immigrant by Asang Kasar. This is Thongboy Mang Lun Kim with his unique identification number here. Thongboy Mang Lun Kim. He once fled from Tsingdai village during the 2023 ethnic violence and settled in Shankai village. Now he is a bona fide villager of Shankai, recognized by the chief of Shankai. And yes, in his Aadhaar card, his address is still mentioned as Tsingdai. That is exactly the problem faced by the Kukis everywhere as a minority. We don't have proper government offices nearby. Even the simple task of changing his address from Tsingdai to Shankai, now he is a bona fide villager. Changing that simple address is also a huge task for the Kukis. This is one of the reasons why we are demanding the government to merge our villages to Kangpopi for better government facilities, for protection and for safety. Not only that, Asang Kasar, I would like you to meet her. This is the wife of deceased Thongboy Mang Lun Kim. Do you still dare to call her and her deceased husband as illegal immigrant? Look at her belly. Look at her bulging belly. She is still pregnant with the child of deceased Thongboy Mang Lun Kim. Where is your humanity? Where is your conscience? Calling them staging dramas for her husband's death? If you still have even a little of your conscience intact, stop calling yourself Christian, stop going to church, and most importantly, stop calling yourself a human when you cannot genuinely sympathize a woman who is pregnant and just lost her husband. You dare come to Shankai, we will let you meet the families of the deceased persons. Stop calling yourself a human because your thought is barbaric. You have no conscience. You have no humanity. You are every day raping and murdering human rights of the suppressed people. In the media, you will definitely rot even in hell. Now I would like the wife of late Thongboy Mang Lun Kim to say a few words. She may not be very well versed in English or Hindi. Whatever she can, she will speak in Manipuri or Kuki dialect, and we will definitely translate whatever she has to say and express.
Sindaya pa na kung may regala sang kaya hong siyang kahiin. Kain na puhi tuy si mapangahiin. Tuy si masi na letahi tanghol ho. nung aceito ka to ko jika mata en lawati tu ya sim na muna hing da ham ti ju kana gele hi tang hulte salai hum ke hala yang chu koi ma ki that ke manam lo ji chun hi chan ge ha bol du kana ta san lo hi ai la azing athai ni along dam sane ki mu in insun gala me the gala ki gan the na ki ka tua hi chan ge ya ka ji ei bol pi a ei bol pi wa ai manipur mi ai po ai ti ki nu pathino men christian ki hin ahilla asam ka salchun azawa se ya hele christian ka na hin ni hu khalle kei tho bang ya sunga atu acha amau chungang chu thei hin pathera men patheri pasa la phuai hin la bi thau thau de kei sei nom san chu tan de
Was the wife of late Thangboy Mang Lon Kim. Now I would like to request the wife of late Thangkugin Baite to say a few words to the gathering.
tu na kit ka sai num chai le adang zaw ga ipon ipibola thi ka ji pa hi mo na nei lo wa na tha wa asang ki sar na mit utaro bo patana ji ngone ai gi ma thin gi nu pi gi ai ne patana ji ngo aigi nupa si Manipur mi na te haya nang na kari hai bra nang kasi pa hi mi himbo lang ki bolo gan cha thana ki thana hin tui kai sima chi a hin a tui kai sim na pat na mi himbo lang ki bolo mi him tha dang ki that lo kin pathin gan si re ka ti le to asang ki sar ti pau ui chal pa thu sei hi ka thang tom wala nam pi mina ka lo re ka ti he ke a thing pa na sei renga apo na pathin ka ngan se ma jong pathin ho lama pon tho ta hin tu kum jang dam ka ya po hi e pi bola chi mani pur mi ai po ti ham chi pa hin hi cha sang ki sar ti pau hi hung tang de king up chat le tun hin no one sunga rung lo de na ki sa pathian ho chi hiu lo ham Christian chi hiu lo ham ipidanga na ngin na nup cha ba ma mi na ho ham ki ho hi thu bu nei lo ni sa ham ku ki te hi no se lo bu nei no se abor the na ki sa ham mi na rei wa ko thai lo na tha wa ta gam su mi ru ra na tiu ham cái mà phải rất rất tăng
Standing next to me is the daughter of Chief of Thawai Kuki. Thawai Kuki has always been the most vulnerable village. Though it falls in Kamsong district, it is the next and the most nearest neighboring village to Shanghai. Thawai Kuki as such, and as mentioned by me, it is a vulnerable village. They have long-standing grievances. They have been the victim of arsoning in the 1992-93 Tangkul Kuki conflict. They have once again been the victim of 2023 violence in Manipur, and even now, as fresh conflicts is escalating, they are the first victim of this first escalation. So let's hear from her in her own words their plight and what they want from the government.
I am Ningai Tim Haukip, and my father's name is Khailun Haukip, and he is the chief of Thawai Kuki village. In the year 1993, our village was completely burned by the Tangkul, and 3 of our villagers were killed on 17 August the same year. But we resettled, and not long ago, on 18 August 2023, once again, 3 people were killed by the Métis. And in the recent conflict, 2 of our villagers were assaulted and killed mercilessly. In light of this, we request the government of India to permanently deploy 1 army of Assam Rifle Battalion in Thawai Kuki village.
After all these sufferings, we want to know from the nation, is it too wrong for the Kukis to demand merger of all the Kuki villages in Kamsong district and Yukul district into Kangpopi? Is it too wrong to ask for a separate administration under the Constitution of India? Is it too much for the Kukis to ask for equality? Harmonious living with self-governance. Is it too much for the nation to give us this demand? Is this too much? I want, or the whole Kuki community wants to know from the nation. Being killed every now and then, being threatened, being served with ultimatums to vacate villages, being provocated and then framed as the perpetrators. And when we die, we are being mocked as illegal immigrant. We are being trolled to have staged drama for genuinely mourning our beloved ones who were mercilessly killed by the armed Tangkul village volunteers. Not only to the nation, I want to know this from Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Is this the Achhe Din that you're offering to the cookies? We also deserve to be protected. We also deserve safety and security. We also deserve to live in peace and harmony. Is it too much to ask for these fundamental rights? I don't think it is so. And if the government wants it, they will definitely give us. The only issue is they don't treat us as citizens of India. But Modi ji has to listen to our pain, to our suffering. He needs to answer to us. This is not the Achhe Din the cookies expect from Prime Minister Modi ji. Thank you.
Again, Thai New, Kahasat New Hyong le. Nangin Jong Nay Sumin Povin Zeti, Kata Sanowin, Iji Chunamin Katangwa Vinahi. Pakai Hat Chung Nangman. Kala Watu Saya Kato Diu Katam Diu Yakai Nang Mama Kaina Hia Kagam Sungho, Kakusungho Bitke Kiven Bitwa Kachung Tu Ahibong Ta Di Chanang Kitan Taina Dingin Liang Lalte Polung Tumsuna Nato Tuna Saya Ki Hodinga Apajo Naguna Hiong Pakai Nangman Ichi Sanga Hojo na Pajo Lampi Hat Aigun Video Kakine Movin Ichi Jong Namin Katanga Kinahe Hatung Kapati Hilkidanta
Is it too much to ask for fair and transparent investigation? Is it too much for the cookies to ask justice for the brutally murdered innocent cookie villagers, Mr. Thinkukin Baite and Mr. Thangboy Manglunkin?
Trái tay ni kinh chỗ lỗ thằng ta này cái trái tay này nút thì họ là phật thọ nào là quần chỗ nào thì nắm được vô gần cái này tay nó sang kai vang khu sang kai cookie village mình nó gì